we can make sure that their future and our grandchildren's future is in good hands.
Hello there.
Hello.
Thank you so much for joining us.
Today, we'll be talking about parenting.
Exactly. More specifically, the two different types of parenting styles.
According to peer-reviewed research, which has been published a few decades ago, there are two different parenting styles.
There is the way that the middle class, the rich, and the super rich parent their children, which is different to the way that the working class and the poor parent their children.
That is exactly what we are going to talk about today. But firstly, my friends, let's deal with some basics when it comes to parenting. In parenting, there's a window of opportunity which must be used or it will be closed forever.
Children see their parents as role models, as superheroes, and they want to please and imitate their parents. But as children grow, that changes. They start seeing their parents as normal human beings.
In Sesotho, they are saying, "Olikobe lisathabile."
Definitely. So the foundational principle of parenting is exactly that. Train up a child in the way he should go, and when he's old, he will not depart from it.
At the end of the day, when we parent children, we have a certain goal in mind. We want them to be confident, mature, and responsible. So we want the best for our children because we love them.
The aim of parenting can be summarized by this verse about Jesus, that Jesus grew up physically, intellectually, socially, and spiritually. So we go out of our way to ensure that our children mature physically, intellectually, socially, and spiritually.
So how the child acts depends on these two, nature and nurture.
Yes, nurture refers to how the child is raised, the environment within which the child grows. So this refers to external circumstances that are going to have an impact on how the child grows up and the type of decisions the child would make and what the child will become. Now, the power of nature is this one, that some people are able to get lions which are still baby cubs looking like little kittens, and they raise them as cute little Simbas running around. And these lion cubs, they grow up to become the big Mufasa. But then instead of being like a real lion that you know in the jungle, they've been tamed, they're domesticated, and they can be a big Mufasa that plays with human beings.
Nature refers to the DNA of a child, the personalities, the likes, the dislikes, the tendencies, the things that make the child to be what that child is.
Let's give you this example. One day, a farmer found a baby eagle, took it home, nested it, and raised it together with its chickens. So this eagle grew up with chickens, and it believed that it was one of the chickens. It did whatever the chickens were doing until one day it saw eagles flying by, and something in it told it that, no man, you are not a chicken, you are an eagle. And therefore it flew. That is the power of nature.
God is the ultimate parent, yet his children, Adam and Eve, disobeyed him.
Sometimes it doesn't really matter what you do.
A child still has certain decisions to make. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we come to the meat of what we've been waiting for. The different parenting styles, the working class and the middle class. The first difference, how they manage their children's free time. The working class parents, they leave their children to do whatever they want to do during their free time.
Whereas the middle class parents invest a whole lot of thought and a whole lot of energy and effort into how their children spend their free time. So they ensure that their children spend their free time doing sports, being involved in social clubs, being involved in music or arts, or even public speaking. They go as far as to pay other people to ensure that their children participate in many different activities.
Very true. It is because it is important to the middle class parents to expose their children to many different life experiences, because they believe that the root of their children's success comes from the exposure to different experiences.
Exactly, because they believe in sports, their children are able to learn very important qualities and characteristics of life, including being a leader, including being able to win or to lose, and being able to socialize with other peers, which are skills that one would need throughout their entire life.
Very true. By doing this, the middle class parents are able to identify the talents of their children and support them, such that their children are able to become professionals in music, in sports, or cooking, or whatever their talents may be, because they're able to help their children by getting them professionals who can help them use their talents early.
Yes, so the second difference between working class parenting style and middle class parenting style is that working class parents teach their children to respect adults and people in authority. In other words, working class parents would be saying things like, I am your parent, I am your father, I am your mother, and you must just do as you are told. Or just listen to your teacher. Don't question your teachers, don't question the principal. Just do as the principal says, or just do as the police say. So working class parents tend to get their children to just conform without questioning at all any instruction or anything that is said by those in authority, whether it be the doctor, whether it be the teacher, the nurse, anybody in any position of authority should be listened to and should be respected, and you should respect them because they are in a position of authority.
Whereas the middle class and the rich parents teach their children to negotiate with anybody, anywhere. So they teach their children to negotiate with their teachers, with their principal. They teach them that they can have whatever they want as long as they negotiate for it. That is why children from middle class families would negotiate with their parents and other adults. So therefore, they are assertive, they are entitled, and they customize the world according to their needs or requirements.
So is that a good thing or a bad thing?
On the plus side is that they are confident, they are assertive, and they can communicate with anybody, anywhere. The negative side of it is that they're entitled. They feel like the whole world revolves around them and everybody must serve them.
Yeah, so that can be a very big negative, whereas, respecting authority is not such a bad thing at all.
The negative side is that as good as it is to respect and honor authority, it becomes a challenge for the children to challenge authority when it's doing something wrong. So the children just conform. They are not assertive and they just let it lie.
That's true. If they go to the shop and people are busy on their phones, or they go to the municipal offices, people are busy, or the taxi drivers are doing whatever they want to drive, nobody's going to speak up, because if you speak up, you're going to regret. That's how we are told. Just respect the taxi driver. Just respect, the municipal clerk. Just respect the people.
So you cannot parent your children without love. Children must feel loved. Children must know that no matter what they go through, their parents really love them.
Children must be trained to understand that for anything they do, there could be positive consequences, which would be a carrot, or negative consequences, which would be the stick. Sometimes children cannot understand logical reasons. They may not understand the implications of many things, but they can just understand the carrot and the stick. And it is not possible to successfully parent without using the carrot and the stick.
Children are a gift from God, and parenting is a gift from God. Proverbs 22 verse 6 says, "Train up a child in the way he should go, and when he is old, he will not depart from it." It is our responsibility as parents to train our children in the way that pleases God. The Bible in Genesis 18 verse 19, God says that he has chosen Abraham so that he will direct his children and his family according to the ways of the Lord. So parents, we have a God-given responsibility to teach our children and our families to do right in God's sight, and to train them in every aspect of life so that they become better citizens and leaders in the future. So parents, let us invest in our children. Let us invest in our children's lives so that we can make sure that their future and our grandchildren's future is safe, is in good hands. So thank you so much for joining us. See you next time.
Yeah.